Hello and hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going back to our roots. This is a series that needs no introduction here on my channel, but if you're new, I'll tell you. Today we're doing a Slumber Island, and I think my outfit is pretty obvious, but if for whatever reason my little explorer outfit did not give it away, we are doing a jungle themed island. So let's go on ahead and get on into it. Starting off by clearing our island here. I typically go for the flat ones, so if you're always like, dang girl, why is it always the flat islands? I just gravitate towards those. If I'm gonna do terraforming, I like to do it on my own, even though it is such a painstakingly annoying process. I do unfortunately tend to gravitate toward the unterraformed islands. Anyways, you saw I just customized the house, and then I instantly jump into terraforming this river, which I don't usually do, and I know that there's no river mouths, but just kind of pretend that they're there, you know? You get the vibe. This is just a small island. It's not going to be perfect. This river though took me so long. I genuinely hate water terraforming. That's why you don't see a lot of it in the builds that I do. And if there is water terraforming, I just try to stick to the natural stuff that was already there. But I wanted this sort of river because I wanted to use that log suspension bridge. But this genuinely just took me a hot minute. So you saw there that I had formed it, and then I had to change the entire way that the river flowed so that the bridge would fit. And then I also had to painstakingly, annoyingly move the house over by literally one little block. That was it. I just moved it over and down by the tiniest bit. But I eventually did get that bridge to fit. And then jumping right into our custom designs, I forgot to move them all over to the island, so I had to do that. And then you'll see that I start on the path. Junglecore is kind of a hard one. I wasn't too sure what all build-wise I wanted to do. So I just figured, you know what, I'll start with this path, and then hopefully by the time I'm done with this, I have got an idea of what I wanted to do. But if not, I can stop and come back, no big deal. But essentially, you'll see I am using a lot of the bamboo trees because that felt very jungle to me. I wanted to use the coconut trees, but I wasn't too sure about the way that those would fit, so I stuck to just the bamboo because I wanted to fit in as many trees as possible. So I thought just doing one type would make it a little bit easier. I think if I made this a larger, regular sized island, I would 100% do both bamboo and coconut trees just to add a variety. But this is just a slumber island, so it doesn't have to be perfect as long as I get the vibe across and have fun doing it. You're gonna see to the right-ish there in front of the house, I am building a research area. So you'll see me place down some insects and some plants, just to think oh, these people that are staying in the hut are here on this deserted jungle island, just kind of studying the land and studying the creatures that inhabit said land. Just that type of vibe. I love a good storytelling moment, and I thought that this could tell a cute story. And it'll go with the other two builds that I build here on this island. I wanted it to seem very campy, hence the porta potty. So I know that that is a house behind them, but think of it as more a hut, you know? So not Jabba the Hutt, but just a hut. Anyways, sorry, that was awful. But yeah, I just wanted the porta potty to be oh, it's so outdoorsy and so fun. And I had lots of custom designs, and I use the beanstalks a lot, which I do like the way that those look. And then just filling in the back area. Like I said, there would be a river mouth right there, so just pretend that there is. And then this area here on the left side is just genuinely a lot of filler. You'll see me put some stuff down, and then I'll kind of walk away and do a build, and then I'll come back to it at the end. But I just did this so I could kind of get a feel for how I wanted the fillers to, fill in. So I knew for a fact the build that I'm doing on the right side as you come off the bridge is going to be like an ancient ruins area. I'll come back to that and show you more on that later. But going to the left, we are going to build a dig site. So since we're thinking uninhabited jungle island, you don't know what sort of creatures used to live there. So I imagine that these researchers have found fossils, and they're also, with studying the plants and animals, studying the life that used to be there. So just filling in the dig site with lots of custom designs and lots of the fossils. And you're gonna see about 1,000,000 times that my Wi-Fi did not want to be cooperative. So I do apologize for the many, many times that you'll see it say, oh no, there's no connection, you gotta play this game with internet. Nintendo, I'm well aware that I need internet to play this game. Well aware. Did my internet know that it needed to be there for me to play the game? I don't really know. I can't answer that. But yeah, I don't know. It was so annoying. And these genuinely don't take too long. Obviously it's time consuming, but I was just at the point where I was I am not stopping. I'm on a roll. I'm just gonna keep going. And I kept checking my router to see what was going on with it. Literally nothing was going on. We had a storm, so our area was kind of fluctuating, not in power obviously, but if it wanted to work or not. So the TV in our living room kept going out and things fun like that. So anyways, more connection errors just delaying me. But I just filled in the pathway and lots of filler with lots and lots of bamboo trees and plants. And you'll see in the bushes and in the flowers that I wanted to use a very colorful palette. So I stuck to the pansies, but I did use many different colors of them. And then I stuck to the azalea bushes, I think is what that might be. I'm not too sure. Actually, I did not stick to the same bush. I did 2 different bushes, but it's okay. Just pretend I didn't say that. But flowers for sure. I did stick to the same thing. And then we are lastly gonna go over to, my gosh, the freaking internet. Our ancient ruins area. I think if I would have done this on a island and not a slumber island, I would have used the ruined pillars. So it would have been bigger and more full, and probably I would have used more custom designs and even thrown in the island rocks. I think that would have been really cool to put there. But I thought that the Stonehenge item was fine for a slumber island. And then just filling in this last little bit with some filler area. And that pretty much finishes off our build. I do really, really like the way that this jungle island came out, and I hope you guys do too. Okay, now that our island is all done, I am so excited to show you the grand tour of our Junglecore Slumber Island Jumanji. So, coming off the dock here, we have our research area. So lots of things going on here, like plants and then some insects and such. No harm is done to anything here. This is just purely they're kind of holding on to them for a minute, seeing how they live, and then releasing them back into the wild and continuing to study them in their own habitat. And then going across this bridge, we have got some ancient ruins here on one side. I would have used the, the ruined pillars and such, but I didn't have a ton of space, so I thought this Stonehenge item would have been better. But I think if I did this more to scale on a big island, I would definitely use the ruined, pillars and such. And then if we go over here, we have this large dig area, and then this is just where they're digging up all these different fossils, seeing what type of life used to be on the island compared to what is on it now. And then if you just go down this way, there is just some more filler. So pretty simple, pretty small, but I do really like it. I think that the detail of the jungle theme definitely shines through, and for never doing jungle theme before, I think I did a pretty good job. So I just want to go ahead and thank you so much for watching this week's video. Let me know if you have any other Slumber Island theme suggestions that you would love to see me do, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!